Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a 20 long gallon tank that I pretty much do nothing to. I just let it pretty much do or grow however it wants to, and you'll see why. The water level is kind of low and the plants have reached the top of this tank. This is kind of like my grow out tank because the light reaches everywhere in the tank on this. Everywhere in the tank pretty much. So I have guppies in here, I have shrimp in here. Not too sure if you will see any shrimp in this video, but I do have the lily bulbs. There's one there and then there's one there. It looks like they're probably close to the same one, but they are two different bulbs. So I do have those. I do have guppies in here that, you know, I give out or, you know, trade or whatever. I do have some moss in here, like some Java moss and some other mosses in here that have mixed together, so I'm not too sure what is what. But in this tank, it is just full of life. There's snails that munch on the plants. There's fish. There's shrimp. There's assassin snails in here that keep the snail population down, and just, you know, there's so much that I can get except for fish. There is not many different types of fish in here. Only thing that is in here is guppies, because they don't really harass the shrimp. I mean, they'll, like, you know, eventually go after them a little bit, but they give up on chasing the shrimp, especially when they have to get the shrimp through all of this, so they kind of like give up. But this is pretty much a tank that I just let go and fill it up with water every now and then. I haven't filled it up lately because I do not have any of the solution. Every plant that I get, I do put one stem in here to let it take off, but I don't know if you can tell, but I have the mermaid weed in here also. Right there, you can see it a little bit, and it has not changed colors. It is strictly green. If you do not have a good par light and it's just white and blue, chances are that plant will not light up for you. Well, I don't mean light up, but if you don't have the right par and, you know, take down some of the a certain type of nutrient you're supposed to starve that plant with, and it'll get, you know, really colorful. I got some anacris in here too, but with all this, it's kind of hard to see. I do have some. Only thing I don't have in here is a sword plant. I'll show you the top. I do have wisteria, the other plant, and then I got some crypts in here, and then I got the moss right there. You see it's growing out, so I have to fill the tank up. See the little limestone stuff, the water marks at the top of the tank because it's not filled up all the way. But this tank I don't mess with at all, and it just takes off. All of this is pearl weed. I'm not too sure if I said that in the beginning, but it is all pearl weed in the front right here. And there's other little plants mixed in there also. Probably can't see them, but there is a crypt like right in there, right in that little cut area. And then there's some other plants in there, and then snails and, you know, shrimp. I do want to get more shrimp in here so that I can have them breed out and, you know, do work with the cleanup crew. So, I mean, yeah, this tank is doing better than my 55 gallon because it is shorter, so the light reaches more in the tank. So if I really wanted this tank to get some color, I could add a different par light, but I don't have one right now. It's just a simple blue and white light on here. So I mean, even with the basics, if you get a fish tank, I recommend getting a 20 long as your first fish tank. If you ever get a fish tank, get a 20 long as your first one, because there's so much you can do with it, and it's, you know, pretty good, and it's not that deep. A 55 gallon is really deep, so you have to get like a certain amount of lights, and then you do too much lights, get algae, not enough plants, and all that. But a 20 long, you can gauge this a whole lot better than the 55 gallon. I know you're supposed to go big, but 20 long is what I would say like the best first tank. That's it for this video. It's a little bit long, but castle's in there. My daughter wanted to add that. Yeah, you can see got the bulbs in there also, and filter is going, so you can hear it, so I gotta fill it up. But that's this tank, 20 long. Pretty good with breeding stuff if you leave it alone. I mean, some tanks just do better when you leave it alone. Just don't mess with it. Just drop food in there whenever you remember. I barely drop food in here. I don't add any chemicals. I don't add no CO2, nothing. It's just the light. And sometimes the light gets left on for too long, and then I remember to turn it off, and the plants flourish like this. So probably best to have a really good nutrients absorber plant, and pearlweed seems to love this tank. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know. Peace.